Welcome to US Classic Muscle Cars. You have to subscribe, and thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Arnie Dyer. I'm from Rockford, Illinois. This is my 1961 Nash Metropolitan with a 1957 Chrysler Hemi. It's a convertible, as you can see, and I was told that you cannot put a 392 Chrysler in the Nash Metropolitan, and here she is.
2 pounds of bologna, 1 pound back, right?
There it is.
There you go. There you go.
I had to do a couple alterations on the car to make it roadworthy, to make it dependable on the street. And I went with the cooling system from like Eastwood. It's a 3-flow radiator. And I've got a SPAL high power fan. And all these things are things that through trial and error. I had a vision of putting a Hemi.
Let me scoot over there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I had a vision of putting a Hemi in a Nash Metropolitan when I saw the Metronator, which was a blown injected Nash Metropolitan 1956 out in California. So I said, geez, the guy turned 7 seconds in the quarter. And I thought, well, that guy's out of his mind.
Right.
And I got to get one of these.
At least one.
At least. So then I figured, well, okay. So I bought the body out of Wisconsin, Broadhead, Wisconsin, and I bought the engine on eBay, and I pieced together the wheels. So I started out with the engine, wheels, and a body that was just all cut up. Called all over trying to find rack and pinions, and I was turned down by all the major speed places that said that it's impossible. You cannot put a Hemi in a Nash Metropolitan. So that's incentive. So a friend of mine, Brett Monson, he has a fab shop, and he's got a frame jig. And so I told him that, and he goes, well, we'll see about that. So he and I decided that we're gonna give it a whirl. So what we did is we started putting it together. We found a place out of Indiana that actually, Checkered Racing, that actually fabbed up a rack and pinion system. And then once we got the rack, we ended up cutting more, about 1 3/4 inches more out of it. And there's no room for anything in this car because it's so condensed. My other buddy, so I picked the car, pieces of the car on a rotisserie. Rotisserie and all, took it to my house, got tied up, so I ended up taking over the project. Got it to my house, and I got another buddy that does body work, and him and I ended up doing the body work on it in my garage and painting in the garage. I let it in all 4 corners of the car after welding them together. I kept the dash original. The seats are handmade, and the roll cage, or not roll cage, but what I want to call it, we'll call it just a cage because I don't have a roll bar in it. I just don't like the looks of a roll bar sticking out of a convertible. And there's my gauges down there. So my master cylinders are Willwood master cylinders dual underneath the dash. Got my line lock on my steering wheel, and this is a 3-year build. I don't know. It just one thing after another, you know, just straightening out all the wrinkles and ironing it out and putting it together.
Tell me about what size tires do you have in back?
Those are 31 tall and they're 16.5 wide, but the actual measurements 18 wide, 32 tall.
Wow.
So that's why you have to have your wheels and tires before you build, because you can't go by the nominal measurements.
Right.
That's 84.5 inch wheelbase, 45.5 inch tracking. The horsepower, it's a mild build, it's in the mid fours.
Okay.
And so therefore, I'm from Rockford, Illinois, and I can drive it downtown and it doesn't overheat. I can go stoplight to stoplight. Still drives like a hot rod.
How many wheelies have you done in the back?
Well, I try not to get too crazy.
There you go. But that is amazing. That is amazing.
And you have to make sure, to give it any gas, you got to make sure you're going straight.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. How is it to drive?
It's a ball.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, it's an unending carnival ride. I've got the magic ticket.
What's the coolest thing that you like about it?
The engine. You gotta love the Hemi. And being that the Hemi's not supposed to be there, that makes it even that much nicer.
Right.
Yeah, so this is basically a garage build, but I had help with a fabricator named Brett Monson, and when I got it home, I blew it all apart, and a friend of mine, Nick Mercaitis, he came over and he did his magic to it. And what I did, I rebuilt the A posts. I had to recess all the hinges. I welded and let it in all four corners. And we built the spray booth out of plastic in my garage, and I've painted 4 cars in my garage, so it's. Thank you for letting me show you my car. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.